What's up everybody? Today we're going to do a quick walkthrough of our Rec Loops Volume 1 Percussion. This is a collection of over 150 unique percussion loops, and it comes in 3 formats. So let's take a look at the first format, and that's the Kontakt version. It's powered by the photosynthesis engine. Let's have a quick look at the GUI, and we'll talk about some of the sounds as well. So here we have the main page where you have controls for amp effects like attack, decay, sustain, release. You have filter controls, pitch envelopes, filter envelopes. This particular patch has 3 layers of sound. It's got a kick layer, a tom layer, and an accent layer. So in the layer mixer, we have complete control of the volume, pan, and tuning of each one of those layers. Kind of like this. Alright, let's head on over to the effects engine. Here you'll find your send effects like reverbs and delays, stuff like that, and the insert effects like distortion, saturation, and bit crushers. If you head on over to the rhythm engine, here you'll find a couple different step sequencers, one for source and another one for filters. And then finally, if you go to the output section, that's where you'll find some compressors, EQ. You can increase the width of the stereo field and also control your transients. Alright, let's have a listen to some of the other sounds that are in this collection. We have some clock loops, which also come in 3 different layers. Alright, next up we have some ethnic loops. Now next up we have process break loops. Now let's have a listen to some of the metallic loops. Okay, here's another big drum patch, aka Epic Drums, but these have been processed and glitched to give it more of a hybrid scoring sound. And finally, we have a section of vocal beats. These are like percussion loops that were made out of processed vocals. Have a listen. You'll notice in your Kontakt folder, you might see another folder in there called Rec Loops MIDI Performances. Inside of there, we have just a few MIDI performances to help you get started with the library. Just take any one of those loops, drag it into the corresponding piano roll, and you're good to go. This works with the full version of Kontakt, but if you don't have the full version, or if you're not a Kontakt user at all, don't worry about it. This library also comes in the WAV format, where you can just drag and drop your audio files into your timeline. Let's have a look at that next. Okay, so in this example, I'm working in FL Studio, but of course this will work in any audio workstation, or if you're a filmmaker or video editor, this will definitely work in your video editing software. Just drag the audio files onto your timeline. So let's give it a try. We'll start with maybe a tom loop. We'll add an accent loop to that. How about an ethnic loop? And maybe lastly, we'll finish it off with a clock loop. And this one's in a different time, so I'm going to stretch this one out to fit with the timeline. And we'll see what that gets us. Yeah, so this makes it really flexible, very easy to edit the audio files to fit whatever you're doing. So next up, let's take a look at the last format, because this one's quite unique. This library actually works as an expansion pack to the Hybrid 2 Project Chaos library. Let's take a look. Now, Project Chaos is a full-range hybrid sample library of its own, but one of its best features is that it acts like a sampler within a sampler, or actually like multiple samplers within a sampler. So if you're already an owner of the Project Chaos library and you want to use our library as an expansion to that, all you have to do is navigate to your Rec Loops Volume 1 folder. Inside of that, you'll find your folder for your Kontakt files, your WAV files, your manual, and of course your Project Chaos expansion folder. Click on that. You'll find a file called Chaos Rec Loops Volume 1 Perc. Drag that into Kontakt, and there you have it. So as you can see, it gives us 4 layers of sound, and if you click the menu, there's all our loops from Rec Loops Volume 1. So you could choose that. And then we have, of course, your standard stuff, your amp controls, your filter controls. We have a filter knob here. You have your master effects like reverbs, distortions, things like that. Here's where it really comes to life in the step sequencer. It's actually like having multiple step sequencers. You could set up sequences and then set up more sequencers within each sequence, which is actually really cool. It'll be tough to get into all the details of Project Chaos right now. I definitely suggest you go check out Hybrid 2, check out some of their walkthrough videos to see if it's for you. But to get you started, we did create a few presets with our library. If you navigate over to the preset tab, let's have a listen to a few of these presets. Let's have a quick look at what's going on with this one. As you can see, it's like having sequencers within sequencers. So it's a really cool way of generating new sounds out of the loops that we've already have laid out for you. So that wraps up this walkthrough of Rec Loops Volume 1 Percussion. For more information about this library or any of our other libraries, check us out at audiowreckage.com or visit our store at gumroad.com/audiowreckage. Thanks everyone. See you.